Alright guys, I am currently waiting for a food delivery order to show up. So I figured I would make this video real quick before it shows up and I start eating. Or at least I'll see what I can record before it arrives. So let me hurry up and get started. So this is, I believe, episode 14 of me rating a horror movie based on how much violence is in it. And where I last left off, I was going to split the 6 Final Destination movies into 2 different videos. The last one was about 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry that it has taken me this long to make part two. I just got really busy. And I'm going to start with the fourth installment, confusingly named The Final Destination, but this is the fourth movie. I don't know why they changed the title to keep it consistent, but it is what it is. So let's talk about it. Now, a lot of Final Destination fans do not like this fourth installment. I guess because a lot of it was CGI and not done practically, or they just felt like it was a bad movie in terms of silly plot, not really great effects in terms of what they can do nowadays, but it's Final Destination. It's going to be kind of corny and campy, and that's why we love it so much. But ironically, this was my first introduction to the franchise. Because if I recall correctly, I don't know where I was, but I must have been in a hotel room somewhere years ago. I saw it playing on the TV, had no idea what I was watching, but I remember being with my aunt who passed away some years after it was released. But I remember being with her, possibly my cousins. I really don't know. But what I do know is that this was my first introduction to the franchise. And I think because a lot of people don't like it, it kind of has a special place in my heart. So, for that reason, I have to give it 5 knives out of 5. Because while the effects look cheesy, especially in today's digital age with all the technology that we have now, it is definitely violent and it is definitely gory. And there's that escalator scene. If you know, you know. I'm not going to explain it because I don't want this video to be taken down, but that's where I stand. Let me know what you think in the comments, of course. Okay, my food just arrived, so let me hurry up and finish this video so that I can eat. The fifth installment of the Final Destination franchise was appropriately named Final Destination 5, and it only came out maybe less than 2 years after the fourth installment. I have no idea how they did that, but this one is definitely better than Final Destination 4. Only because I really feel like they put more effort into the effects and didn't make them look quite as. The CGI wasn't quite as obvious, I think, as the fourth one, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is the one with that famous bridge collapse. There's a plot twist that many of us know. If you haven't seen this movie yet, I won't spoil it because I want you to see it for yourself. But there's a plot twist at the very end that a lot of us didn't see coming. And to say that it was shocking would be an understatement. But I'll leave it at that and let you experience it for yourself. But I have to give it also 5 knives out of 5. I was originally going to do 4, but we have a girl who literally loses her eyesight in the most gruesome way possible. So I feel like not giving it 5 knives would be an injustice. And last but certainly not least, we have the final installment as of late, Final Destination Bloodlines. In this one, It took everything I feel like that we loved about the previous movies and put it into not just a cohesive project, but a project that gives a whole new concept to the franchise. Like, we all know the basic formula. Someone gets a premonition about a disaster happening, so they stop the disaster, but then the survivors get picked off one by one. Final Destination Bloodlines, however, takes that concept and blows it up. Basically, saying that if you happen to be caught up in the bloodline, no pun intended, of someone who had a premonition, stopped it, went on to survive, and start a family of their own, then you're basically on death list. And if you try and stop it, then there will be consequences. And those consequences are deadly. And that pun was intended. But again, I have to finish off strong with 5 knives out of 5 because anything less would be a crime. And I feel like this movie really earns it. Like, one of the characters literally gets stuck in an MRI machine. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. But it's that kind of convoluted craziness that really makes the Final Destination franchise as a whole have the cult following that it does. And I can't wait to see whatever they do next should they make a seventh movie. I just hope that it stays true to everything that it always has